What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. We have a special guest today, friend of the show. I missed him last time he was on. I think it was some shitty Colorado Wi-Fi. I can't remember. But Tyler, a.k.a. at DLF_Carp on Twitter, is here with us today. What is up, Tyler?
Tyler. Not much. I want the draft to come here. I'm tired of waiting. I don't like waiting. Waiting is just, I hate it.
I filled out my first round NFL mock yesterday, not a fantasy mock, but an NFL mock. And I also filled out my 12th first round NFL mock yesterday. I just got in that mood where I'm the same way. It just needs to be here now. I'm so ready to see how it plays out.
I did one. If you saw the Coop did my graphics.
I did not see it.
Yeah, go look for it on his page. He does a great job. He did the little graphical thing for my first round. So if you want to go see that, it's kind of cool.
Everyone go. And on that note, guys, if you're not already following Tyler on Twitter at DLF_Carp, make sure you go follow him. He's always putting out awesome fantasy content. And if you need advice, you got questions, he'll give it to you like it is. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He'll let you know what you need to know about your team, his opinions, and something you put out yesterday. I think it was yesterday, I believe, talking about while he has strong opinions, he's also willing to own up whenever his opinions change.
That was today.
Was that today? Okay.
That was today.
Things happen fast.
I didn't expect that tweet to blow up. It kind of did. But yeah, that was it's kind of a way of saying that it's okay. If it's okay to be wrong, it's okay to change your mind. You shouldn't be surprised that you failed at predicting the future. If you're surprised at that, you should probably go into a different industry. This one is not for you. We're not going to be perfect. Predicting the future is very, very difficult to do. You see, they can't even predict what the weather is going to be tomorrow, let alone, what fantasy football players are going to do 13 weeks into the season. Forget that.
For sure. I just loved that tweet because I think people feel shame sometimes in being wrong, and we need to normalize being wrong. It's all good. What's up, Craig? Welcome, man. He said, your perception of fun is off if you don't love this game. Man, Craig, I love your first comments in here every day, and you beat Jordan. Suck it, Jordan. What's up, Sully? Welcome, man. He said, Tuesdays up for FYF, not tacos. What about FYF and tacos?
Yeah.
We had tacos today.
Why not both? Tacos.
What's up, Brady? Welcome in. He said, best show. I appreciate that.
Tacos, if you want to sponsor our show, we are open to hearing any sort of inquiries you have.
Come on, tacos.
Email us, tacos@frontyardfantasy.com.
Yeah.
Yep, we've already got it set up. JL just set that email up, so we're good to go. What's up, Anthony? He said, I love Tyler's energy, LFG.
You're not the only one who says that.
We only say fuck on accident on this stream. Otherwise, I would have said the full acronym out loud. And JR said, what's up, fam? What's up, JR?
What up, JR?
Welcome in. Glad to have you guys here. And Jimmy, thanks for joining us, man. How's it going? Happy draft week indeed. That's my cousin up in Ohio. Jimmy joining in. Guys, today Jimmy? We are playing Poll Perception. Our OG game, the first one we started playing, the one that tests your knowledge of the public's perception of fantasy players. Tyler, since you are the guest, I'm going to let you choose where you want to go, first, second, or third. And then I'll assign the other two.
I don't even know. I don't really know too well exactly.
I don't know which one's better either, to be honest with you.
I'll just go first. I'll go first.
Tyler's going first. Don't worry. I'll do a rundown of the rules. Before we do that, though, guys, if you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, go ahead and do that. We're on YouTube at Front Yard Fantasy. It means a ton to the show, and you'll never miss another one of these streams. Again, live every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, every day. JR has a trade question for us.
If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, come on, subscribe. I promote some of their streams on my Twitter, so if you miss them, you might see them there. But seriously, come on, give them the subscription.
That's a great argument. I like that.
Follow them on Twitter as well. Come on, guys.
JR says Juju and 101 for Dak. I'm pretty deep at wide receiver and in win now mode.
If this is super flex or redraft, it doesn't matter.
No.
I'm not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
Give me T-Law.
I dislike Juju. We're Trevor Lawrence compared to Dak is about equal, maybe. I mean, probably would prefer Dak because he's proven, but the difference is not Juju like that. Yeah. I'll take the Juju and 101 side easy.
Yeah, most likely 2 first-round QBs in a startup, right? So the difference between them is not a Juju.
No, it's not.
100% agree. Sully said I made 2 trades yesterday because Josh told me it was fun. Turns out it was. You nailed it. Jordan says, Tyler, you can't let me down. You better win.
Why do I have to win? I'm usually a villain. It's weird for me to be
on our show. You're the hero.
Oh, because you guys this is your game. I have to beat you at your own game. Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly. Craig said I made a trade with Sully once and it wasn't that fun. I blame Josh, even though I didn't know him yet.
It was his fault.
It was Josh's fault.
I should not say not financial advice every time I say trade me fantasy.
You guys do seem to blame Josh for everything. That does seem to be something.
Well, we blame Josh for half the stuff, and we blame Jeff for the other half of the stuff.
That's true. Yeah, we spread it.
That guy Jeff.
I remember that joke from the last time.
And Sully's on your team too, Tyler. He says, beat these hosts. With that, I'm going to go ahead and explain the rules to you guys, how this is going to work. Josh, I know you forget every single time. And for those of you watching who have not seen us play this game before, this is how it's going to work. I found 7 polls online ahead of time from Twitter, Reddit, different sources. JL, don't worry. Minimum threshold of 600 votes on every single one of these polls. So we met your minimum sampling size.
We met the minimum.
How this is going to work is I'm going to propose a poll to one of you. So Josh, I may say in a 10-team Superflex Dynasty League, what percentage of people would prefer Dak Prescott to Trevor Lawrence? To go based off what we just
probably
said.
Like 52.
So you give me a percentage. John, Luke, and Tyler, you would then guess whether the actual answer is over or under Josh's guess. The closer Josh is, the more points he gets. If you guys correctly predict over, under, you get points. And then we'll go around alternating who does that. We'll do 6 questions like that. So each of you will have 2 where you're guessing. And then we'll go into the final round where everybody guesses a number. Whoever's closest gets 5 points. Unless you nail it on the head and you get 10. So really, you're just guessing polls and then telling Josh or JL how bad their guesses are on polls.
Exactly.
And we'll go from there.
And if you nail a poll, man, bravo.
Yeah,
enough.
I think
a lot of props.
We've said this over and over, but Unicorn came in here and she was like, I don't know if I'm going to be so good at this. Then her very first poll, she nails it directly on the number. Exactly right. 10 points to start the game.
I think she ended up winning, didn't she? Yeah.
I think she did. JL's the only one, I think, on the show who hasn't gotten a perfect poll between me, Josh, and Joel. He hasn't nailed it on the head. So
thanks for rubbing it in. I needed that.
Tyler, you said you were going first. John Luke, you know what I said I was going to assign, but you always get the last of the picks. So I'm going to let you choose today. Do you want to go second or third?
I like that.
I want to be in the middle of the sandwich. Give me
okay. It's a JL sandwich.
In the middle. You like being in the middle?
I love being in the middle. The best part of the Oreo.
We can sandwich the hell out of you, JL.
And in a triple spoon, you're the only one who gets to be a little spoon and a big spoon at the same time.
No cold, all warm.
I don't know if I can comment on that.
JL, that reminds me of whenever we went to Miami for spring break, whatever year that was, like junior year, and we had 16 people staying in that house, and there were like 2 twin beds.
It was like a studio apartment.
There was 2 twin beds for like 10 people, and we all just like laid on our sides like sardines, just like in these beds.
I never saw Simon without his giant gallon jug of just Everclear and Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid powder.
The whole week, every single time.
Tyler, I was broke. It was whatever was
cheap. Illegal in Maryland.
Is it really?
I've never touched.
Yeah. God, Everclear is illegal in Maryland now.
Really? Why?
Well, yes, that's probably a good point because I once lit it on fire when I was in Maryland.
Yeah. I don't blame.
I learned that it was a little bit of a. That was speaking of college stories. It was a bold move. We never did that again. We never did that again, but it was crazy. Yes,
Calvin says this will be fun. Craig said FYF is always fun for your fun. Jordan said Everclear is a nightmare. It can be for sure. And Tim said Bacardi and Hawaiian Punch. You know what? That's a solid.
It was definitely Everclear. I just don't remember.
Definitely Everclear. I don't remember what the mixer was. Guys, I say we're going to go ahead and jump into this game. Brady said thoughts on Atlanta as the number one landing spot for a rookie running back. Matt Ryan made Devonta Freeman an elite PPR running back. You know what? If the Steelers upgrade their O-line at all, I think I'm taking the Steelers as my favorite landing spot for these running backs. But Atlanta's up there. I think it is a good landing spot. It's not my favorite, though. What about you guys?
What do you think, Tyler?
Sure. I mean, I like it.
Sure.
I like it. I don't know if they're the number one. I think the Steelers are good. They have a workhorse spot open. Yeah. I used to think Arizona would be good. I still think they would be, even though they have those two not so great players on their depth chart already. And then, I mean, Miami is also decent, even though they have Gaskin. I think if they got like Najee Harris, it would be a massive upgrade. And I don't think that Tua is that good, so they're going to need to utilize the running back a lot in their offense.
I feel bad for the Gaskin truthers because I just think it's impossible to come out of this offseason without them adding a meaningful piece to that backfield. It's not that I don't like Gaskin. I like Gaskin. He was good last year, but I just truly don't see a world where the Dolphins roll with just him back there.
Me neither.
But we shall see come draft day. We don't have to wait too much longer. Guys, Tyler, you are up first. I'm going to adjust this order. Jail's in the middle of the sandwich.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can just drag them around, drag and drop.
I don't even know how to use StreamYard. Like, I'm supposedly like hosting DLF's. Everyone should come and watch this on Friday night. I'm hosting DLF's draft night 2, like extravaganza thing. We have a lot of great guests, but like I don't even know how to use StreamYard. Where did Josh?
Oh, Josh said screw you. Josh said me neither. He doesn't know how to use StreamYard either, and he accidentally.
Yeah, I have to learn how to use it between now and then.
If you need some tips, if you need some tips, let us know. Yeah, it's not too hard of a software, but we're on here every day, obviously. Guys, Tyler, I've got your first poll. We're gonna get started on this. This is from a 12-team Superflex tight end premium league. And the context they gave in the poll was that they were a rebuilding team. Okay. So 12-team Superflex tight end premium rebuilding. Side A is Saquon Barkley. Side B is the 104 and the 107. What percentage of people chose side A, the Saquon Barkley side, in this poll?
Side A. Huh.
Wow. Good luck, Tyler.
Okay. Oh wow, this is very interesting. I don't know what I would do. I think this trade is
league. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Tight end
tough one, right?
Tight end premium is kind of a big deal. I say that I feel like I saw this poll, so I should know the answer, but maybe I didn't see this poll. But I'm gonna say, in this case, the chat is useless. They can say anything, and
they can literally.
It's not like the
100%.
Yeah, in horse they might throw
in
the
horse.
Yeah,
in horse we yeah. But in this case, what do they know?
They might be lying.
Well, they don't know. I mean, this poll could be from anywhere. I'll go with 43% picked side A.
43% picked side A. John Luke, are you taking the over or under on 43%?
43 is a really good guess. I was hoping you were going to go over. I was thinking 38% was in my mind.
This was a tough one.
What's it going to be?
How many votes on this one?
This one had 634 votes, just above your threshold.
Matter?
JL, don't get JL started. He's all about the sampling
size. But like, I wouldn't change my answer if it had 2,000 votes. I'd still have said the same answer.
Oh no, it definitely changes it.
Here, I'll tell you why.
Depending on the poll.
The only reason it's important is so that if it's a low enough number, he can complain about it afterwards.
When that's of course, the main reason, but there's secondary reason.
No. It's not about complaining. It's about excuses. Reasons why we would get it wrong.
In one case, I'm using the Twitter, consensus community perspective. In the other side, I'm just thinking, okay, how many idiots are on Twitter and we're going to be getting like
high
Twitter,
density. Right? Couldn't this be literally anywhere?
It's from Simon. It's from Twitter. I guarantee. Where's it from, Simon?
Simon probably did put enough effort to go outside of Twitter.
Yeah, it's from Twitter.
Anyway, I'm gonna go under.
Under from JL and Josh. Where are you going?
I'm having a lot of trouble with this one. The 104 and the 107. These are top tier elite prospects. Both of these guys. Like the worst person you're getting with the 107 is like Javonte Williams, right? Right? Or if you want to go Jalen Waddle, if you prefer a receiver or something like that. You could even get Jamar Chase or maybe Pitts with the 104.
Yeah.
One of these quarterbacks. There's so many options. Tough. I guess I got to go with, but it's Saquon, right? I'm going to take the over. I think you have a great guess, Tyler. I think it's going to be closer to the middle, maybe. I'm hoping.
What's up, Dynasty Dorks? He was on yesterday. Glad to have you in here. He grabbed his popcorn, ready to go. We've got some good guests.
I did a great show with Dynasty Dorks recently. On Saturday, we just me and him. We reviewed round 2 of our mock draft. We did round 1 on a big show, but round 2 we just ran through it. Just me and him. It was a great show. You guys should all go listen to it. It's still up there on YouTube.
Is it on your Twitter?
I retweeted it, but it's on their Twitter. It'll be easier. My
on
Twitter
Dynasty Dorks Twitter. You can find it there.
Nonsense.
So, Tyler, your guess was 43%. JL took the under, and Josh took the over. We had some guesses from the chat as well. Uriah said 37%. Sully said 68. Anthony said 48. Craig said 56. Sully said, "Oops, Superflex, change that to 32%."
No, Sully.
And we've got a split. Anthony's excited about the split. Said first question split.
I wish I'd gone a bit lower. Now I'm thinking about it.
So the actual percentage.
I wish you didn't say that.
That chose Saquon Barkley over the 104 and the 107 in this Twitter poll is 60%. 60% would take Saquon Barkley. So Tyler, you were 17 percentage points off. Unfortunately, that's 0 points. JL, you're in the 0 club too. You got no points for that one. But Josh, you get 2 points for correctly predicting the over-under. I know. I was shocked when I saw the results of that one. I think maybe it's the big name effect, right? People are scrolling Twitter. They see a big name. They click on it.
Yeah, but everyone always just auto votes on the pick side.
But it's Barkley, man. It's Barkley. That's a name.
Right? People don't like Barkley on Twitter that much because he's injured.
You're right.
I'll break it down this way. It's a borderline first-round startup pick. The 104 and the 107, they're like third-round picks, fourth round.
That's a good point.
So 2 fourth-round picks. Does that equal a first-round startup pick? Maybe.
107 is. I would say 107 is probably not even fourth.
Yeah, exactly. So like once I started breaking it down that way, I think it maybe
that's a good point, Josh. Really,
just like to be more even at least.
So I'm in a league run by John Bosch. It's a Kaleidoscope league. And so I think I've talked about it a bit on stream before, but how they're running it, it's the best ball dynasty league. But instead of a normal draft, what you do is at the time of the draft, you get to select one player from each round of ADP. So you get one first round player, one second, and you can have as many, like there can be as many copies of that player in the league, and then it's best ball. But I see tons of trade offers like my 2 and 3 for year 1, like trading their second and third round pick for their first round pick. And these trades are getting done daily. It's like a 100-person league. I see them in my email every day. So I think you're right on that valuation, Josh. Like that's a 2/3 or a third and fourth, second, third, like people are considering that for a first round dynasty startup pick, but I was surprised with this. I think I would take the pick side of this one, especially if I was rebuilding. Give me the picks, but it's close. Yeah,
if Tyler picked 50%, I think I would have gone with the under. So, So
I don't know what I would do. It's difficult, actually. Like the value's probably on the pick side, but it's close. I don't know. It's gonna look different after the draft. I think
100%. I'm excited to see. I'm sure we'll have at least one player that kind of does a CEH like last year, where his value skyrockets depending on his landing spot. It won't be as extreme.
I don't think that we do. I don't think that's happening this year.
You don't think so? I think a wide receiver, a surprising wide receiver, will get drafted in the first round. Someone that we don't fully expect.
I'll say this. I could see Javonte Williams being drafted in the first round and maybe jumping the other two running backs in average draft position.
Surprising.
No, it's not.
Who already have Javonte Williams as their RB1.
Yeah, you're right.
I think
not one of them, but there are people who feel that way.
I think PFF has Javonte Williams as their RB1 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And among the wide receivers, unfortunately, it's the kind of thing where the 3 wide receivers that are going to be the 3 first taken almost locked in are also the dynasty community's 3 favorites. Like
AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, and Justin Jefferson.
No.
It's Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill.
No.
The rookies.
Oh, you mean in rookies?
Chase, for most
consensus
rookie rankings, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Waddle are not for everybody, but in consensus are the top 3 rookie wide receivers, and those are going to be the first 3 taken. So it's not going to, almost for sure, they're going to be the first 3 taken.
Yeah, you're right.
Basically a stone cold luck. So and you're not going to get that this year.
I guess there's a possibility I could see like Rondale Moore. I think it's dumb. It would be so dumb. Like jump ahead of one of these guys.
Rashad Bateman as well, depending on his landing spot, could.
Yeah,
but again, it's unlikely. Unlikely, but it's possible.
Less likely this year. There isn't the gap between the top 3 running backs and everyone else is so massive that I think people are going to be immune to the landing spot in this case.
Yeah, we may see some shuffling within those top 3 running backs or top 3 receivers, but someone coming from the outside, unlikely. I agree with you.
I could see like Pat Freiermuth be a first-round pick, for instance, and maybe that kind of shuffles things around, but nothing like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Nothing like Clyde.
If he were a first-round pick, he'd gain a lot of value. But
for sure.
I'm not seeing it this year. I think it's going to be more chalky than it was last year.
Yeah.
Jay says, I'm late, but I'm here, Front Yard fam. And Craig says, even though Jay's a Giants fan, I'm not supposed to like him. He's good.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm a Giants fan too.
Well, you're good people. We'll have to see what the verdict is. Jay guessed 42 on that one. And Jay also, trading makes fantasy fun. I hope I beat Josh to it. You did. Anthony said, I don't think people realized it was super flex. That could have been the results of that poll. Maybe they just didn't read that it was super flex. And what's up, Z2? Welcome in. Glad you're here, man. And
Z2, Kev says, you have great graphics.
He does have great graphics. And Kev says, bird up. And Brady said, yo. And then Brady said, Trey Sermon to Pittsburgh in the 3rd round would rise a ton.
We're taking a running back in the 1st round. So that's an irrelevant discussion.
Man, I love the confidence. I love the confidence.
They literally said today, we believe in the importance of the running back position.
Yeah.
Running backs matter. We will certainly consider taking a running back in the 1st round.
Yeah,
I don't know. The GM said all of those things.
It could be a smoke screen, though, too. We see that this time of year.
Or they could get 2 RBs.
I'm with you.
They could get 2.
Yeah, Najee Harris in the 1st and Trey Sermon in the 3rd. Man, perfect.
Hedge your bets. There you go.
They have just crap on their roster. I have the nickname. I have new nicknames. Well, Benny Snail is not a new nickname, but that one we've all heard. But I have a new nickname that I used on a recent podcast. I call him Anthony McFailure. Anthony McFailure is the other running back.
I like Anthony.
He's got the running backs coach. You know, he was like their college coach and everything like that.
They fixed their problem by signing Kalen Ballage. Kalen Ballage was their solution to the running back problem. They're taking a running back in the 1st
all
round.
Fixed. Z2 said, Tyler, you have great advice.
Love you.
John Luke, are you ready for your poll? We're moving on to the second question. And just so you guys know, I put these polls in order before, and I let you guys decide who was going to win. So I'm
excited to see this question.
I did not pick which polls went to which people.
He says that every week, right before he says my poll.
The questions are in there already. The polls are in there. And, they could be different. So,
depending on who goes in what order defines who gets what.
Whatever.
It's all
same,
good. It's all
right?
good.
I mean, we're not going to know more about one question or another, right?
Right.
Kalen, put that up. Put that up.
Kalen Mirage.
Kalen Mirage. I love it.
It's beautiful, Scott. That's beautiful.
That is top tier from Scott.
Okay, John Luke, your poll. This question is simple. It's who has the best NFL career? Side A, Matt Jones. Side B, Trey Lance. Side C, Justin Fields. Side D, Zach Wilson. What percentage of people chose Mac Jones?
My God.
The best NFL career.
I voted on this poll, but it didn't help last time. Last time, I thought I saw the poll. I was miles off.
Yeah, it's always shocking. You're like,
it's hard to remember.
You don't like register whenever you're scrolling through polls. Like, remember what that result was. You just like scroll past. John Luke, do you have any idea on this one? And if you don't, you still got to answer.
Screw you, Simon.
Oh, where'd I go?
Hey, I hear you.
With audio. Oh, Simon.
Hello? Sorry, something's going on with my camera. JL, you talk us through this, and I'll try to get my camera working.
Dad? I'm gonna go 24%.
24% saying Mac Jones will have the best career out of these quarterbacks. Josh, you are guessing the over under first. Are you taking over or under 24%?
So there's 4 options here. I think there's so much Mac Jones hate out there, like especially with the 49ers drafting him number 3 overall, that people are just not going to want to vote for him probably. So I'll take the under.
Under, Tyler, are you taking over?
Under, easy, under.
Easy? All right, all right.
Double under. We had some good guesses.
I think it would probably be under.
Pretty sure Fields was around 60% when I voted in this.
60?
Yeah.
Craig said 8. Jason Simon went to upside down. That was like in Stranger Things. Sorry, my brain did not. I was thinking podcast with upside, Jay's podcast, whenever I started reading the word upside, then realized that is not what he's referring to at all. Anthony said 4%. Brady said 17. Toby said 11. JR said 16. And he also said 16 again.
I think it's single digits.
He added the percentage this time.
And Craig said, I hope we don't get Demogorgon Simon later this show.
That?
It looks exactly the
same.
same.
Have you seen Stranger Things?
No.
Well, it's a giant monster with imagine a flower, but all the petals are covered in teeth and it closes around your head like that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's truly vile.
I will not
say that about Simon.
Do you want to see it? I could throw it up right now.
Just have it. It's like
Google
the background.
I always have it ready to go. My Demogorgon's ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
And Sully said 13.6%. JL, the actual percentage of people that said Mac Jones would have the best NFL career out of these 4 quarterbacks is 9%.
I knew it was single.
John Luke, you were exactly 15 percentage points off.
That's
which is our outer limit. So you get 1 point for being 15 percentage points off. But Josh and Tyler, you guys each get 2 additional points for correctly predicting the over under. So Tyler, you now have a score of 2.
60, like I said, or was it less?
Field was 62%. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I definitely did see this.
I'm really interested to see what this poll would look like after the draft when the 49ers take Mac Jones at number 3.
Yeah, might bump him up a little bit.
Then
it would
the
look
24% guess would be closer to the.
I bet it's higher than 24. I would take the over.
Brady says Tyler and Josh are so opposite. Josh is indecisive and agrees with everyone. No, Tyler just trashes everyone.
I disagree,
Brady. I disagree with you. All right.
I disagree. Not everything I do is.
No, Brady's right. Brady's right here. Brady's right.
Tyler is crashing your take right now, Brady.
Brady's right here. No, Brady's right. Let him have his take. He's correct. All right.
And yes, I was aware that was a joke in and of itself.
And Craig is killing it so far, off 4% on the first one and 1% this time. But after 2 questions, like I said, Josh, you've got 4. You're in the lead. JL, you've got 1 point. And Tyler, you've got 2. And Josh, we are on to your poll. You ready?
Let's go.
So this is a Dynasty League. This is an easy one. It's 1 for 1. Side A.
Easy one.
Side A is Marquise Brown. Side B is Curtis Samuel. The question was, which wide receiver would you rather have on your team?
Oh boy.
And the only context given was that it's a Dynasty League. So in Dynasty, which wide receiver would you rather have on your team? Marquise Brown or Curtis Samuel? What percentage of people chose Marquise Brown in this poll? 771 votes.
Yeah. So I think I don't know. I think Marquise Brown would win this poll. I know Curtis Samuel, new team. Maybe people are getting excited about that new situation. I don't know. I think people underestimate what Marquise Brown has done so far in his career. I know he's with Lamar Jackson, and that's probably going to be the reason he slides in this poll. But I'm going to go with 54% of people said Marquise Brown here.
54% Marquise Brown. Tyler, are you going over or under 54% in this poll?
Under. Easy. Under.
Really? Easy.
Yeah.
Tyler says easy under.
Draft Marquise Brown.
I may or may not have seen this poll too.
John
Would you
Luke,
draft Marquise Brown or Curtis Samuel first?
Oh, I didn't say I agreed.
Okay.
I just know this one I know.
Okay.
I know. I think.
I got you.
I'll go the under.
So John Luke, are you following Tyler's lead, or are you taking the over on Josh's guess of 54%? That's what you said, right, Josh?
I'm my own man. I'm making my own decision, but I'm also going under.
I think it's around 38% Hollywood.
Really?
Yes.
I think people are down enough on Marquise Brown, and the situation didn't nothing really changed in the offseason for him. Whereas Curtis Samuel, the narrative is going in his favor. I agree. I agree with you, Josh. I think it's probably closer than what this poll is going to end up being.
I could see it being under for sure.
We've got some guesses in the chat. Jay says 37%, Brady 21, Craig 42, Anthony 62, Brady 28, Z2 41, Sully 68%, and JR 48%. Okay. So we've got some good guesses in here, and then Sully coming in saying Craig would be a great guest. I agree. We got to get Craig on here. We need more Roto Heat representation on this stream. Okay, the actual percentage of people that would choose Marquise Brown over Curtis Samuel in a dynasty league is that's my really oddly sounding drum. I should probably get it fixed. 29%. Josh, you were off by, I didn't do the math, but I know that's more than 15%.
I thought 38 was brutal, but 29.
29%. Over 770 votes.
Much worse.
People are wildly down on Marquise Brown. But Josh or JL and Tyler, you guys each get 2 points for correctly predicting the under.
Well, I may have even commented on this poll.
So
Craig said, yeesh.
You disagree, Tyler? I need to know.
I do. I disagree. I hate Curtis Samuel.
Gotcha.
I hate Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel is one of the players I don't get it.
He watches our stream every day.
I dislike Curtis Samuel. I don't get it. I've never gotten it. I still don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. He really hasn't produced very much
at all. Yeah, I mean, and now Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, maybe he'll be the one to unlock him, but Ryan Fitzpatrick tends to be a lock-on guy. He tends to lock on to his alpha, and that's Terry McLaurin, not Curtis Samuel.
Are you sure Curtis Samuel's not going to take over Terry McLaurin? I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with
don't get me started.
I'm just trying to see if
there are dumb people who say that.
Terry's one of my favorite wide receivers in the NFL.
And think that may happen, but no. Curtis Samuel will not be taking over for Terry McLaurin anytime soon. I expect Terry McLaurin to take a year 3 jump. He's progressed from year 1 to year 2, whereas Curtis Samuel
has been quarterbacks too.
Curtis Samuel's been up and down throughout his career. He's had stretches where he's been good and other stretches not so good. I don't see it. But I don't really like Hollywood Brown either. I'm low on him too. These are 2 players I dislike. But I'll go with the one who has the first round draft capital and might still break out over the other guy going to a new team. But yeah, I dislike both of these guys. They're 2 of my least favorite players.
Z2 wants to water bet you, Tyler. He says
but save a water bet for a player I actually like, because I despise these 2. I refuse to do a water bet where
I'll water bet it. I don't
want to root for either of these 2. I don't like them.
There you go, Z2. You got it with Josh. All day. Josh is water betting you. And Anthony said, buy Marquise Brown. That's too low. Completely agree. And Jay coming in said, asking you shall receive. Craig is booked to come on the show. Boom.
Man, but seriously, though, I would
really got to get Marshawn Lynch on the show, Jay. So if you could have that done by the end of this stream, last time it worked. We said we wanted Craig on the show. Jay got him booked within 5 minutes. So I'm saying Marshawn Lynch now. Jay, if you could go ahead and get that done.
We'll give you
10 you got 10 minutes to get him booked.
But I would not buy Marquise Brown, by the way. I'm so out. I'm just more out on Curtis Samuel. I dislike him even more. But I'm completely out on Hollywood Brown. I have 0 interest whatsoever. None.
And Scott says, neither are Tyler Boyd level.
Yes, I'm notorious for hating Tyler Boyd. With that said, Tyler Boyd has at least proven that he's competent of doing something in the NFL, which Marquise Brown has failed to do. And Curtis Samuel has been so
disagree there.
Well, what has he done? What has Marquise Brown done in the NFL?
He doesn't have the yards. You're right. But he's got the catches and the touchdowns that you would want
for a few games. I mean, we're talking a few games of good, whereas Tyler Boyd has had multiple seasons of competent production. I mean, I would
say Marquise Brown's rookie season and sophomore season was very good for a wide receiver, especially the amount that they passed.
For a rookie or sophomore wide receiver. But Tyler Boyd Tyler Boyd had a season with 1,100 yards, and he had a season where he obtained 148 targets. I don't think he didn't do these things. So I'm saying that Tyler Boyd has proven that he is a competent NFL receiver over multiple years. So even though I think he's just okay, Hollywood Brown could be a complete and utter bust. And it's totally that's within his range.
Tyler Boyd's a slot receiver, Marquise Brown's, and
of course, they're two totally different players. I'm just saying that at least Tyler Boyd has proven something significant in his career, whereas Hollywood Brown, if you
would draft Boyd over Brown.
I was going to say at this point, I would definitely draft Boyd over Brown as well. I'm out on Marquise Brown, but I don't blame people who are still holding on hope. I've had players that I held on to, but
they could draft a receiver in the first round, though. It's very possible. Now that they traded for that extra first round pick, I think that they're going to be taking a receiver because it's the only way they're going to get one. Nobody wants to sign there. Nobody wants to sign there. So,
I'm with you, Josh. Ravens fans unite.
Jay says, boom, Marshawn Lynch is booked on the show.
I love it. I love it.
Is he?
I can't wait.
If that's real.
No, I think
that would be the best day of my life.
I think he's lying. Tyler, we are back to you with your next poll.
Are his DMs open?
Probably not.
Tyler, are you ready? Are you ready for your next
ready.
Poll? So this is a Superflex PPR Dynasty League. Side A is Cam Akers plus the 105. Side B is Christian McCaffrey. What percentage of people would choose the Cam Akers plus the 105 side of this trade?
I feel like I remember this one too.
He feels like he remembers it though. This is
I know. I feel like I commented on this one, but it might have been similar. Okay, let's see.
Could give you a false confidence. I've had that happen before.
I know. What's that? What percent would prefer side A?
Cam Akers from the 105.
Oh.
I don't like it. I
don't like it.
I'll go with 61% preferred side A.
61% prefer side A. John Luke, are you taking over or under 61%?
I'm gonna take the over.
The over of 61%. So we got 61%.
Not the over.
Oh, I haven't even. I forget what the actual answer is. I haven't looked back at the document yet. I'll do it after all the guesses. Josh, over like John Luke or under like no one yet?
I think my gut's telling me to take the over here. I mean, Cam Akers, he's a borderline first round pick in Dynasty right now, top of the second round at the very least.
Superflex probably second.
Yeah, in a super flex league. And then the 105, it's going to be one of these quarterbacks or one of these top tier running backs. Yeah, Akers and let's just say Najee. It probably won't be him. Maybe it's ETN in a good spot. Maybe Pitts, maybe Jamar Chase. I don't know. I think I want to take that side, but how much more? I definitely want to take that side, but I want to go with 63%, and that's over. I'll take the over. I'll take the over.
Josh locking in over as well. So Tyler, you locked in with 61%. Would take Cam Akers in the 105. Josh and JL both took the over. We've got some guesses in the chat. Anthony said 39%. Greg said 60.
It's over 50-50, 100%.
Z2 said 62. Jay said 44.
I'm worried I should have gone higher.
Sully said 38.
I swear to God, the number I want to say is 63. So
I'm worried it's going to be significantly higher.
And Z2 has a really important note for us. He said, girlfriend just let me buy a Donkey Kong cookie jar, and I am ecstatic.
Good for you, Z2. Good.
That's real important.
I commented on this, I'm pretty sure.
On this poll?
Yes.
Or on the Donkey Kong jar.
No, I'm pretty sure I remember what I said, too.
The actual percentage of people that chose Cam Akers plus the 105 over Christian McCaffrey is 46%.
Oh, you son of a
46%.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I can send you the link to the poll.
You can send me the link, but who's voting in this poll? That's terrible.
Over 600 people are voting in it.
The same thread. Maybe I didn't comment in this thread. I don't know.
Tyler, you were off by exactly 15%. You and JL have both snuck in with that. So you move up to 5 points and actually take the lead because JL and Josh both got 0 for picking the over on that
close game.
Let's talk about this for a second.
I would
let's break it down a minute.
No, I want the other side. I want Akers and 105. I don't understand. I don't get it. In a super flex, you're telling me that I can have a running back that's 3.5 years younger and 105, which is probably will be, if I want it to be, either a quarterback, the best tight end prospect ever, or a generational wide receiver prospect, or another running back in Najee Harris. I mean, I want Akers and 105. It's not a decision. It's not close. That's the side I want. If you could tell me I could have Akers and like Trey Lance or Christian McCaffrey, no, I want Akers and Trey Lance easy without a second thought. I don't know who's voting in this poll, but I don't know how many Superflex leagues they're playing in because that's not the right answer. It's the other side.
I think people see big names.
In a non-Superflex league.
In a non-Superflex league, I get it.
Yeah.
Very close.
But I would consider this trade. Exactly. It's a very close trade. Yeah.
In a non-Superflex league, this is right on the money.
And Jay said it's a Twitter poll.
This is horrific. It's the Akers and 105 side without a second thought.
Jay said it's a Twitter poll, not a whole lot of common sense on Twitter.
Maybe I spend more time on the part of Twitter that has a little bit more common sense.
You block the people that aren't making any sense.
I gotta tell you, I do often tell people, hey, like this is my timeline. Like take your nonsense elsewhere. I have actually told people that, but I don't know. I don't.
You know what? I'm honored that I've never gotten a take your nonsense elsewhere. That means I'm not the worst. Brady said I stepped away. What was the answer? It is 46% is the answer. 46% of people would take Akers in the 105 over Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, it is wild. So Tyler, you've got 5 points, JL 3, Josh 4. You know, honestly, it's going to be anybody's game going into the final question. But JL, we are on to your next poll. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, this one's a doozy. This is a 16-team dynasty half PPR league. Side A is J.K. Dobbins.
Double Josh.
What is going on?
It's Rip and Josh in the same room.
I'll be honest with you guys. I am not sure. I've never had this experience. This problem. Never.
Did someone just clone you?
Yeah. No. That was my brother. That was Jeff.
That was terrible.
I'm here now.
You're evil twin, Jeff.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah, you guys thought it was a joke this entire time. So JL, 16-team dynasty half PPR. Side A is J.K. Dobbins, Wayne Gallman, Preston Williams, and Hunter Renfrow. Side B is CeeDee Lamb plus a 2022 first. What percentage of people would choose side A?
Wow.
So 16-team dynasty half PPR. Dobbins, Gallman, Williams, and Renfrow for CeeDee Lamb and a 2022 first. What percentage of people are taking side A in this trade?
Okay, throw out all the other players except for Dobbins, Lamb here.
I've learned a lesson. I'm no longer using Twitter polls. We're done. We're done.
Tyler just broke up with Twitter polls. It's over, Twitter polls. It's you, not me.
My vote matters. Is more important than the most of these votes are not helping people. They're actively hurting people.
Yeah, maybe we need to create something where only smart people
only
vote on polls. Yeah.
Yeah, I may already have that. Okay. It may be coming. Not gonna lie, that actually might be happening. Just a quick tease.
Jay said Jeff is real. Mind blown. Is Jeff coming to Canton? Yes, he will, but you'll never see him and Josh at the same time. They don't like being near each other, so
hate him.
Do you want me to come to Canton? Do you think they can handle that? Do you think the FFX?
I don't know if Ohio's ready.
Sure.
I'm not sure if Ohio's big enough to handle all that personality coming in.
That would be ready.
Canton's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited to meet a bunch of people that I've become friends with over the past year. JL, I think we've stalled long enough for you. What is your answer?
I'm going to say 44%.
44% would take side A.
I'm going to say 45%.
45%. Very different guess. Changes everything. Josh, are you taking the over or under of 45%?
I'll take the under. I just think that 2020 second first really kind of sets B over the edge. And I would well, actually now now I'm thinking about it. Like, I guess J.K. Dobbins is typically getting drafted ahead of CeeDee Lamb, even though I'm gonna go with under.
Under. Locked in. Tyler, are you taking the over or under of JL's guess of 45%?
It's the under.
It's the under, he says with pure confidence. Oozing from his luscious hair is nothing but confidence in that answer. We had some guesses in the chat. Anthony said 44% as well. JL, you are in good company. JR said 11%. Jordan said 25. Craig said 40. Brady said Renfro side 100%.
I like that he says it's the Renfro side.
The Renfro side.
That's what everyone was thinking.
I like Jay's answer a lot. That might have been about what I would have said if I had been given this question.
Jay said 37%.
That might have been around what I would have guessed.
Tyler likes it. JL said 45. Tyler and Josh both taking the under. The actual percentage of people that would take the Hunter Renfro side of this trade is 16%. Everybody wants the Lamb in the 2022 first. 16%.
That's really low.
I thought JR was way off, but he's pretty close.
16?
Yeah, JR was the closest with a guess of 11%, only being 5 percentage points
I'm glad I didn't get this question because I don't think I would have gotten any points. I would have said something like what Jay said.
Yeah, I probably would have gone like 36%.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that it's side B because I would rather have Lamb over Dobbins at all, and then I'd rather have the first over that crap on the other side pretty easily as well. So it's an easy choice for me to choose side B, but 16 is it's hard to get 84% of people on Twitter to agree on anything.
Yeah.
So I never could imagine it would have been that low.
Especially, I feel like we're almost seeing Dobbins get drafted ahead of CeeDee Lamb in a lot of these drafts because running backs are pushed up so high.
Not anymore. People are starting to
you're probably right.
People are starting to sour on Dobbins.
With Gus Edwards and Lamar.
Included.
Yeah.
Myself included. But
I get it.
They
wait.
Yeah.
You're gonna grab your
whenever he's brought up. Let's go.
Also, people are starting to Lamb is starting to rise after Dak signed that massive extension. Lamb's value has gone up, and Dobbins once they tendered Gus Edwards, Dobbins' value has been going.
Second round.
It seems hot takey because I know everyone has Justin Jefferson well ahead of CeeDee Lamb in Dynasty. I
pretty much
would prefer to have CeeDee Lamb over. Like, I liked him better as a talent before the draft. Justin Jefferson had a great rookie year, but so did CeeDee Lamb without Dak for most of it. And that doesn't change what I thought about their talent going into last season.
That's not hot taking.
Not hot take. I just see so many people Jefferson.
I don't think.
Yeah. I think you've got Jefferson as your wide receiver one. Don't you? If I'm not mistaken.
I do. But I don't see that as a hot takey take. I mean, I perfectly understand it. CeeDee Lamb went earlier in the NFL draft. He was a better prospect coming out. He has a better quarterback who's locked in for longer. I get it. I can see it. The reason I don't have it that way is because I always tend toward production that's happened on the NFL field
100%.
As an indicator of future production. And Jefferson has historic production. So I have to go with it. But part of me does kind of still agree that CeeDee Lamb is a more talented player.
But that doesn't mean he's better for fantasy, right? Like, so even if you think that, you can still have Jefferson ranked above him from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
Anthony said, ever since Jeff started repping J.K. Dobbins, he started sinking everywhere. Yeah, it's all your fault, Jeff.
I don't know what to do. Everyone
all I like just
okay. Jeff, I know what you got to do. We've got one more poll for you before we move on to our final round. That's what you got to do. Jeff, this is my favorite one out of all the polls we've got today.
Saved it for me.
This is a super flex 2 tight end dynasty league. Okay.
2 tight end.
2 tight ends. So not necessarily tight end premium. Yeah. And the poll says I have 101 and 102 in a super flex 2 tight end league. Where should I go with the first 2 picks? So they're asking who should they pick with the 101 and the 102? Side A, T-Law plus Pitts. Or no, side A, T-Law plus Fields. Side B, T-Law plus Pitts. Side C, Pitts plus Fields. Side D, other. So a different combination of plays. What percentage of people said he should take T-Law and Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields with those first 2 picks?
Yeah. So.
What are the picks?
101 and 102. So he's got the first 2 picks in a super flex 2 tight end dynasty league.
I love this. I love this question more so than I feel like I'm going to love this poll. But this is a very interesting question.
I saw this one and I just got excited about the question. I was like, that is an interesting exercise because not many people are in that situation with both the 101 and 102. And it changes things up a bit.
There are not that many 2 tight end leagues.
So
tight end leagues are even tough.
Yeah.
Like there's not even 10 tight ends you can start every week. It's brutal. 20 or 24 or whatever.
It's brutal. Then think about what that means. That means 24 tight ends are started every week. Think about what that means, right?
Yeah, it means that you probably need to get Pitts. Or set yourself up to succeed everywhere else other than tight end, maybe. It's a tough question, not knowing exactly what your tight end or quarterback situation looks like. Do you have 2 quarterbacks already? Do you have 1 tight end that you're capable of starting? I'm not sure. Pitts, so the options are Fields. It's always T-Law, so Fields, Pitts. Oh, no, it's Pitts and Fields. Oh, no, that's going way lower. Other... Maybe that got some votes. I'm assuming that the majority of votes went to side A or side B. I'll go with 27% of people. No, I'll go 25% of people.
Who the hell picked other?
Say side A.
25% said side A. My pen just stopped working, but that's okay. Who needs pens? 25%. Tyler, are you taking over or under 25% took the T-Law and Fields option?
I like that guess because that's what I would have said.
25?
Yes.
Nice.
I will
feel better.
Man. It's tough. It's hard because 25 is there's not a lot of room to go under, but I have a feeling that it's really more can people read? What did people read more? Did they read
a lot to read.
More, or did they read 2 tight end more? So I think the 2 tight end sticks out more. So I'll go with the under, but I'm not happy.
Tyler unhappily taking the under. John Luke, are you taking the under or the over here?
I think most people are going to take side B here.
I would assume.
I think a good chunk are going to take side C after that. I'm going to go under 2. I don't think it's a lot though.
You don't have to say how many you're going to go under. You just have to pick over under. You said under 2, but what if it's under 3?
Well, 25% was a really, really good guess.
It sounds like it was. I'm happy.
Josh locked in with 25%. Really put Tyler and JL in a pickle. We've got some guesses from the chat. Craig said 40%. JR said 16. Anthony said 25. Agreeing with you, Josh.
Yes.
Jay said 35. And JR just throwing another one out there said 80% T-Law Pitts is what he's thinking.
Well, then we might have gotten it with the under. If that's the case.
Yeah. Brady said
with the under if that's the case, but I don't think it is.
Brady said, great guess. I'll go with 26%. And Scott saying other is trade for Mahomes.
Yeah, I love it.
I could see some people clicking other.
30% is like the ceiling I could imagine. I can't imagine it's higher than that.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what side B was first. Side B was 56.2%.
I don't like it then.
That's good. That's good for me.
Side B was 56.2%. The percentage of people that chose side A, T-Law plus Fields,
It's like 28.
33%.
Oh, wow,
I'll take it.
So Josh, you are 8 percentage points away. So you get 3 more points. And Tyler and John Luke, you guys get nothing for incorrectly predicting the over-under. But it is a close game going into the final round. Josh, you have 9. Tyler, you have 7. Jail, you have 3. It's going to come down to this question. Josh or Tyler, if you win this round, then you guys win the game. JL, you'll go into second if you just win. But if you hit
for the record, this is a very easy question.
Which one?
I'd be easy.
The answer to this.
Like which one you would take? I would take T-Law Pitts.
Yeah.
Think about what 2 tight end means. That's like turning the tight end into super flex, except it's 100 times worse. So this is easily side. It should be. I mean,
I'd almost say
100.
Like JR said,
just from a semantic standpoint, it should almost be Pitts plus T-Law.
Honestly, it is. In 2 tight end, I think Pitts is
the 101.
Is the 101.
Yeah, there's just
people don't understand
otherwise,
people don't understand what 2 tight end means.
It's
like
disgusting.
That's why I don't play in 2 tight end leagues, because I absolutely despise what it does.
I hate 1 tight end leagues.
Yeah,
I hate the tight end position. Figuring that out, anyways. It's why I just draft Travis Kelce everywhere. Okay, guys, we are going into our final round. Tyler, it's a tradition. I always forget to ask our guests if they have pen and paper ready before they come on the show. So if you do not, then you can just tell us your answer first, because everyone has to reveal their answers on this one. I'll give you guys 30 seconds to write down or think of the number you're going to say. We will then reveal them, and I'll let you guys know who is closest. This final poll will determine the winner. John Luke, you need to hit it on the head to win this game. Tyler or Josh, if you guys get the closest, then you will be the winner. Here's your poll. Dynasty PPR. Side A, DK Metcalf. Side B, AJ Brown. Side C, Justin Jefferson. What percentage of people
I voted in this one? I know I voted in this one.
Metcalf. The question was, who are you guys taking in Dynasty PPR? So I want to know what percentage of people chose the DK Metcalf side of this poll.
Okay.
I'll give you 30 seconds. While you guys think about that, get your answers in your head. And Craig said, maybe we start having chat scores on the side. I think you dominate each week, Jay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That would be fun to kind of calculate it as we're going. We'll see if one of you guys could lead that up, and we can keep a running.
Jay guessed 35% last one, and that's freaking. What was the final answer? Like 30, 34 or something?
I believe it was 33. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this game.
I hate this question. DK Metcalf was like for half of the season, like, oh yeah, he's the number 1 dynasty person now, and then all of a sudden, AJ Brown, then Justin. You can make an argument for all 3 of these guys.
I know I voted in this poll.
I hate this. I think
it almost makes it worse.
I'm very sure I voted and commented. I remember this. This was recent. This was a few days ago.
I mean, damn.
All of these polls are within the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, this was recent. I remember commenting on this. And then I muted the notifications immediately after, because I would have gotten a zillion too many people commenting. But I remember this poll. So hopefully,
I got my answer.
Hopefully I'm close.
You guys all have your answers ready?
Yep.
Tyler, what is your answer? Since you're revealing first, we'll have you, or since you're not writing it down, we'll have you reveal your number first.
I got mine right
These guys have it written down, so they can't change it.
Can you see it?
All right. 23.
23% from Tyler. John Luke, what are you saying here? 17% from JL. And Josh, what did you say? 27%?
So we were all in the same ballpark.
Ooh.
Oh,
What if it's 25 and Josh and Tyler tie? I think we agreed tie goes to the guest. Isn't that what we said?
No,
never said
every
that.
time. It's both people get the same number of points added to their score. So whoever is ahead wins.
Okay, the actual percentage that chose DK Metcalf over AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson based on 852 votes. 19%. John Luke, you are the closest, but you don't win. You get 5 points. Josh, JL handed you the win. Tyler, you were
7,
right
8,
there.
9.
You were 4 percentage points away, and 99% of our games, that's enough to win the final round. But JL snuck in there with a great answer.
Did I comment on this poll?
I do not know. I only have a screenshot of said poll, but Let's see. Oh, man. This was the closest game I think we've ever had right here.
I think it did.
7, 8, 9 was the final answer. JL, you didn't win with that one. You just played spoiled to Tyler.
You're welcome, Josh.
Thank you, JL.
Had an amazing final answer, but JL stinker. I bet he pulled it up and then just got it just enough wrong so that we could.
If you think that I can navigate Twitter that quickly, then
and he only got not too close.
Just close enough. Not
the only Twitter that JL can navigate is Cheez-Its Twitter. He knows how to navigate Cheez-Its Twitter.
You did tweet about Cheez-Its.
Very familiar with Cheez-Its Twitter now.
Although maybe clearly I don't remember anything that was ever tweeted. So maybe you didn't. Maybe that wasn't real. Maybe that didn't actually happen. Maybe it was all an illusion. You didn't actually tweet about Cheez-Its.
Nice guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Brady said 19%. Freaking nailed it. Jay said 22. Craig said 20. Anthony said 27. And JR said 28. You know what? Everyone was pretty locked in on this one. I think you guys had a pretty good lay of the land on how that
poll was going to go. Especially because I won.
Anthony said Sully scored 14 and lost. Josh scores 9 today and wins. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Different questions, Different questions.
The questions I think were a bit tougher today. There were some unexpected results in some of those. And Craig saying, well done, Brady. A nice job, Brady. Freaking nailed it. And JR said, great show, guys. Guys, I just want to say again, if you do not already follow Tyler on Twitter, make sure you go do that at DLF_Carp. Awesome fantasy football analysis consistently on his timeline. And he's always willing to help out too. You're one of the most helpful people in the industry whenever people have questions. I see that all the time. And thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it, man.
I love it.
This was a blast. You were so much fun to play a game with. It's always more fun whenever people get a little like competitive into it. So I enjoyed seeing you.
Loud. I'm actually not that competitive, funnily enough.
I don't think he was competitive as much with the game as just like as much as he was just like, no, this is wrong. Twitter is wrong here.
Yeah, it's more for poll perception with me. The few times I've watched it, I don't really care. Like I don't care about beating you guys. I just care about savaging Twitter a little bit. That I can be competitive with.
So poll perception is actually, it's not you guys versus each other. It's you three as a team versus Twitter.
That's what it is. I like that more.
I feel like that could be a funny graphic.
Me versus
three of you
Twitter,
guys is like a superhero team.
AJ Brown won this poll, right? With around 48, 49%.
JRS 2-1.
Yeah, AJ Brown won with 43%. Justin Jefferson had 38%. So they were very close. But AJ Brown won with Justin Jefferson in second and DK Metcalf in third. But
if
even
we took this poll halfway through last season, it would have been DK Metcalf 95% probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like 99. It's just funny how quickly things can change.
Though. People have jumped off DK.
Russ happened.
I was gonna say, I think it was Russ's second half of the year.
DK was.
And Russ said he doesn't really want to play. Like he wanted to get traded and all that.
I get it. Also, everyone in Tennessee left, which is why everyone's so obsessed with AJ Brown now. So that might.
I know how you can have more fun in fantasy, Jay.
Trading.
If you trade, yes, Tyler, no.
Beat you to it.
Trading does make fantasy more fun. So
technically, Craig beat both of you to it.
Craig did beat both of you guys way earlier.
Did Josh say it like in the first?
J-Wall.
We went live.
J-Wall, not Craig.
Just like
Tyler. For everyone else, where else can they find you besides on Twitter? You mentioned a show that you were going to be on coming up. And then your draft special on Friday. So you want to tell us a lot?
There's a lot of things that I'm going to be on. If you just follow me on Twitter, it all goes through there. But yeah, you can follow my Twitter account, my podcast Twitter account if you want. It's on my Twitter bio. And my DLF work is also in my Twitter bio. You can click on it and find everything. So it's all there. I tweet a lot. Come and interact with me. As long as you're nice to me, I'll probably be relatively nice.
Relatively.
If you're mean to me, I might just ignore you. But so don't be mean. Be nice. I'm there to help you. I'm trying to help. So be nice to me.
Absolutely, guys. Again, make sure you go follow him. And guys, if you do not subscribe to our YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us.
Do it.
And you'll never miss another episode of this show again. Every day, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Tyler, Josh already said his last words. Anything else you want to say before we jump?
I can't believe that there are people who haven't hit the subscribe button yet. If you're watching this now, the subscribe button is right there. So hit the subscribe button, please.
Just hit it.
Do it.
Just
do it for them.
Just hit it.
Do it for them. Come on.
Thank you, Tyler. John Luke, anything you want to say?
Nope. Thank you so much for coming on, Tyler.
We are out of here. Thanks again to Tyler, aka at DLF_Carp on Twitter. Go follow him. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time playing some fantasy horse. I'll see you guys then.